Good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon, and it's the day after from the 1-1 draw against Leicester City, and believe it or not, I'm actually on my way to Leicester right now. So a bit weird, but I'm going to meet someone there, and just so happens that it's a team that almost took 3 points off us yesterday. And let's be totally honest, you know, what was the situation there yesterday was quite simply, we ran out of legs, that's all. Nothing more, nothing less. We were absolutely superb for half an hour. And it was almost like Brendan Rodgers, he was like a predator. You know, he almost said, look, just stay in the game, you know, muster the initial storm. They're going to come out in traps early. Crowd's going to be up because of Frank, the homecoming of Frank Lampard. He knows Chelsea only too well as Brendan, and stay in the game until the moment where you can start to take control, and then stretch them everywhere, and then in the last, hopefully you'll get your breaks, and in the last 20 minutes try and open us up. And to be fair to Chelsea, they tried to get out, and Frank made a few changes to try and freshen it up. But I think the team were just absolutely tired, you know. I mean, the distance between striker and midfield and defence, it was just a joke at times. And Vardy's class, absolute class. Maddison's good too. He gets himself into good positions, and it was difficult for the team, you know. But there were some positives, lots of positives from yesterday. Mason Mount was absolutely fucking superb, brilliant. I love Mason Mount, and I thought Olivier Giroud done well, considering that he played a big integral role in the performance on Wednesday night. And let's not forget that, I mean, the performance on Wednesday night was almost two performances, wasn't it? It was an extra half an hour, and it was the psychological situation of having to go through all those penalties and then handle the defeat in that long trip home, and then of course you get back late, and your whole sort of sleeping pattern and everything about it all gets messed up. So it is what it is, but let's not forget, this is a new system with lots of players out, players that, you know, when they come back are going to certainly make a difference to our team. Players like Antonio Rudiger and Callum Hudson-Odoi and Loftus-Cheek. William hasn't got any stride yet, you know. There's a lot of criticism over William. He's only literally just getting himself back to fitness. That's why he come on late, and you know, it's good that he got on the pitch, you know, and he was at least trying things. But you know, he needs to get back to his fitness, and the team just needs to literally recover, as Frank's asking them to do a very high tempo type game where fitness is everything, and they need to rest, recuperate, because we've got two winnable games coming up now. Norwich City away, Sheffield United at home, and we should win both of those games. I know the Premier League's the Premier League and there's no shit teams and all that one, but we should get 6 points, and 7 points then we'd be on, and that would take us right up the table, especially at this early stage. And let's not forget, you know, we have played three very good sides. We've been away to Manchester United, that one's out of the way, so all our competitors have still got to go to Old Trafford. We've played Leicester at home. That's not going to be an easy game for, you know, for teams either. And we played Liverpool in a cup competition that's gone for a game and a half. You know, it's the penalties, etc. It's just lots and lots of energy used up, you know, during the course of that night. So you have to be realistic, and you have to put everything into perspective. And also yesterday too, it was a very emotional occasion for Frank, which it's hard not to get wrapped up in that. I know he's professional, and obviously his main focus is concentrating on Chelsea. What he doesn't want to do right now, Frank, is put himself under too much pressure, because there is no pressure. There's no pressure from the chairman. And I mean, look at the circumstances that he has right now. He's not been able to spend any money in the transfer window. And let's not forget that we've sold a lot of players, including our best player, Eden Hazard. So there's over £200 million there that you could argue that we could have spent in strengthening the team. And whenever you get new players, it gives you a boost anyway, doesn't it? Let's be honest. And, you know, you just have to take all these factors into consideration. They're not excuses. And also the fact that, although we played 3 really good sides, we've also had no luck. No luck whatsoever on our side. You know, you could argue, you know, we got a bit lucky with that Madison miss yesterday, but I'm talking about things where, you know, you've got to create your own opportunities. And, you know, we hit the post, we hit the bar at Manchester United, we hit the post against Liverpool. We had 2 goals ruled off side or issues, which VAR didn't come to our assistance. And we had VAR go completely against us, because let's be honest, Tammy's spot kick, our 5th and final kick, which he missed, their goalkeeper was well off his line, and that's what VAR's supposed to do, isn't it? It's supposed to spot those situations. And you could argue, what's the difference between being that much offside and being that much off your line? Well, we got penalised on one, but where it should have been to our advantage, it wasn't. And that's quite a hard pill to swallow, because you can certainly see right at the end of that, Jurgen Klopp just raced onto the pitch in celebration. Perhaps at the back of his mind, he could see that his goalkeeper was way off his line, and he thought, you know what, it's going to get taken again. Let's rush on, let's force the issue. It's quite clever, you've got to say that, you know, but there was nothing between those 2 sides on that night. And we played really well in parts against Manchester United. First 15 minutes, we dominated them. And they got their penalty, which was a fair and square penalty. But after that, we were the dominant team, absolutely. Where we hit the post prior to them getting the penalty, didn't we? With Tammy, very unlucky there. And as we know, Emerson smashed the bar, and we just dominated the game. And it's only when they went 3 up, really, where it was just game over then. And, you know, all that effort, and you just feel sometimes it's just not going to be your day. And it certainly wasn't that day. So, yes, United could get carried away with that result if they want. For me, it's a bit of a smokescreen there, because we were good, and you know, as Pep Guardiola said, it was a really good performance in a 4-0 defeat. It wasn't a 4-0 result. So there you go. But so let's not get too downhearted. Let's look to the future. As I say, this is only 2 games of the season gone. Forget the Super Cup, it was a one-off cup competition, and we've done our bit. We certainly showed the world that we were as good as the European champions and the team that took Man City to the final game of the season. So there's nothing wrong with our players, there's nothing wrong with the system, and nothing wrong with what Frank's asking us to do. And I suspect, had we not played that game against Liverpool in midweek, that we would have had a lot more energy, and we would have perhaps gone on for maybe 70 minutes in the same style as we did the first half hour, and that would have probably been enough to have seen the game out, perhaps created a few more chances, been the more dominant side, as opposed to letting Leicester come back and then impose their will on us, because that's what they did. They were very clever. They knew that it was, especially this start, you know, so early in the season, to play 120 minutes, you know, fly out. It's not an easy flight, is it? You know, it's not up the road, is it? It's not the Isle of Wight or France, is it? You know. So you have to take all these considerations into account and not get too downhearted with the start because, and you know, it's funny really because all my friends or my associates or people that know me that support other clubs, oh, they're loving it right now, absolutely loving it, because they're not used to it. They're not used to seeing us, you know, sort of not come out the traps early in the season and put our marker down. But it's not as bad, you know. I mean, but it doesn't matter what you say. They'll always come out, say whatever they got to say. People are saying to me, you know, Tammy Abraham's no Premier League striker. He's not a striker. He's not a Chelsea player, and you know, all these kids. It's fair enough, but you know, it's not. You'll get found out, and you know, you'll be lucky if you be in the top 10 and see real issues with you this season. People are so quick, aren't they, to judge and form an opinion based on things that, I mean, if they really know anything about football, they would have evaluated all those games and gone, do you know what, that's because of that, that's because of that, and that's because of that. I don't think anyone could have criticised our performance on Wednesday, and anyone can see really what was going on after half an hour yesterday against Leicester. So it is what it is, guys, you know. I thought the atmosphere yesterday was superb. Obviously that had a lot to do with Frank, and long may it continue. I thought it was really good, you know, where everyone got involved. It weren't just Matthew Harding and the shed upper, it was shed lower, even the East Stand, the West Stand were getting involved. It was good, really good yesterday, good atmosphere, and that's what we want all season, and I think that's what we're going to get, you know. So it's on to the next one then, at Norwich City in Carrow Road, one of my favourite away grounds. I've got to be honest, an early kick-off, not so keen on that one. I'm going to be driving up to that one, so I'll see you at Carrow Road, guys, and chin up, keep the faith, up the Chelsea, and of course, as always, keep the blue flag flying away. Players.
Program. Don't forget to subscribe to Chelsea SW6, and if you're interested, please take a look at my website. That's www.paulcannavillefoundation.com. Hey, look forward to seeing you at the bridge. Catch up.